Paramount shares are popping as Apollo and Sony are said to consider a joint offer. Paramount is currently in an exclusive negotiating period with Skydance, and the decision is mostly up to the Redstone family, who owns less than 10% of Paramount, but controls 77% of the voting stock. Let's discuss this with Chris Palmeri of Bloomberg News. Chris, let's talk about the offer, the Apollo-Sony offer to begin with here. How much does that give the Apollo team?
It definitely gives them a lot more credibility, not that Apollo lacks in that, but it's been very interesting to watch Apollo. We broke the news that they were interested back in January, but then things got cold for a while. We had heard that they actually weren't moving forward. Things escalated with David Ellison and Paramount. Then Apollo made an offer just for the film studio, which was something the Redstones did not want to do, break up the company. Then I'd also been told that they just didn't feel there was enough, that it was a solid offer when Apollo made an offer for the whole company, $26 billion, including debt. And so they've been in this exclusive period with David Ellison. But this, adding the Sony element definitely creates a more credible alternative, and investors are not happy with the terms that they're hearing from the Ellison offer.
So how much does it really give Apollo credibility in terms of financing versus operational expertise? If the Redstone family has 77% of the voting power here, how much do they need to sway the vote here? How could they even win, frankly?
Well, we had a story up today that sort of really looks at this whole process. Securities law, and has been moving even more in this direction, wants to give, even if you're a non-voting shareholder, which Paramount has a lot of, they say that those folks should get a voice in a big transaction like being talked about. Now, there's nothing in Paramount's bylaws or in the law explicitly that says the Redstones can't just continue to exercise their power as the controlling shareholders. So they're not required to give everybody a vote. But if you've watched the way the stock has traded, the A shares and voting shares have gone up since all these merger talks have happened because the Redstones own most of them and they would get bought out. And the B shares, the non-voting shares, have gone down for the most part until the big bump today because investors are concerned that a deal with the Ellisons is going to dilute them dramatically.